Hello, everyone. It's Cheldin Barlatt Rumer from This Is It TV, IG Creative. Welcome back. We're almost there. We're almost to the end of the week. You've almost made it. That's so torturous, right? You've almost made it. You have not quite gotten there yet, but you have almost made it. And I am so happy that you have been joining me each and every morning here from the Idea Performing Arts Center at the BB&T Pavilion on the Camden Waterfront. It is awesome. This Is It TV is gaining so much traction, and it's because of you and all of the support from all of you who watch us every single morning and then rewatch us through our thisisitTV.com. So thank you so much. I so appreciate it. It has been wonderful. If you know anyone out there who is looking for telling their story, if you want to be able to sit here and share your story with our This Is It TV community, there is a place for you, and I welcome you. And next time I'll have more coffee. Next time I'll have more coffee or water, whatever you prefer, to be able to make sure that you are excited and energetic about sharing all of the features and benefits about the products and services in which you provide. We are providing you with your daily dose of lifestyle news each and every day at 9 a.m. as we live stream from our YouTube channel. So I'm glad that you are here. In addition to that daily dose, we celebrate the entrepreneurial spirit. That is my passion, and I am excited to bring you and introduce to you a number of different entrepreneurs that can help get you motivated, help get you set for the rest of the day. So it's 9 a.m. I know I'm overly enthusiastic for a morning person. I know, it's a lot, but I am like this all day, truly. And I'm going to give you the morning message. So that's the way in which we start every single show. Our morning message is really about providing you with that sense of inspiration. Ooh, more coffee. Sense of inspiration in the morning. And today we have a special guest, my new friends from New York. See, we are getting guests from everywhere, so there are no limitations to the amount of people that can come in and see us. So please make sure that you share, friend, follow, fan, everything that we've got going on. We'd love to have you come on down. So please, it's going to be amazing. So today we're going to talk about balance. You all who watch know that I'm on this health journey. So it's 90 days of this amazing health journey. Hopefully I continue it forever and ever. And it has been wonderful. Thanks to our folks at Echelon Fitness. They have been so great. Dana times two, my two trainers. I mean, it requires two people at this point to be able to get me involved and get me going. So Dana times two, I will see you again tomorrow to be able to continue that journey. I run constantly. The balance between being a business owner, a mother, a wife, family, friends, activities, shopping, everything in between, everything I love, everything I have to do, everything I want to do, it's a lot. And so when do you find time for yourself? When do you take out time for yourself? And what has basically happened is that I have really focused on whether it be business and then focused on family and never really taken time to be healthy. So when I say age well, live young, it's really going to be my mission. My mission is to be able to be a healthier person, and that doesn't necessarily mean that I want to be a size 4. I'm very comfortable with the way, being a woman, fully, whatever this is. I'm very comfortable with being a woman, but what I'm really looking for is a healthier way of living my life. Making sure that I take care of myself. The way in which I live is a hard one. Up very early, meetings, show, meetings, emails, meetings, and a lot of the time I'm either exercise and really being able to take care of myself, not only mentally, but physically. So I'm committed to doing so, and I'm asking you to do the same. So a number of the different guests that we'll be having on the show will be talking to that. We'll be talking to mental wellness and all things entrepreneurial, but this physical wellness and taking care of your body. Rumor has it we only have one. Right? We only get one, even if you tend to alter it every now and then. You only get one body, so taking care of it is really important. And I have to tell you, I am 39 years old, and it has never really been a priority until now. I just took for granted, my blessings. I took for granted that I got up in the morning. I took for granted that I could walk. I took for granted that I could run occasionally. I took for granted that I could get from point A to point B without panting. But I'm getting older. I'm sniffing 40. This is time. It's time. If I haven't done it before, it's time now. And even if you're 25 or if you're 22, if you're 18, 16, even if you're an active person, you really need to take a look at how you treat your body and what you're doing. But we're all busy, right? We're all busy. So how do we fit it in? The majority of you are not going to get up with me at 5 o'clock in the morning in order to go to the gym. So how can we make it make sense for ourselves? How do we incorporate being healthy into our lifestyle as opposed to being a chore? And that's really what it's been for me. I don't have time to work out. But I sure as heck have time to send the email. I sure as heck have time to go get a cocktail. I sure as heck have time to do other things, right? But it's about figuring out what's your priority and how to place those priorities into your lifestyle. How do you do it in a way that isn't disruptive, but complements your day-to-day? It is time for us to take care of ourselves so we can better take care of everyone else, whether it be the folks within your immediate household or the folks within your community. I believe if I take care of myself, I'll be better able to take care of all of you. I'll be able to provide this show every single morning. I'll be able to provide you with tips and tricks of the trade in order for you to scream your dream. If I'm not healthy, I can't serve, right? I can't be a servant to you. I can't really share my message. No morning messages if I'm drowsy. Caffeine helps, but that cannot be the answer. There has to be an overall wellness. And I think as I go through various things, I'll begin to share them with you, whether you like it or not, but I'll begin to share them with you. And this has been an epiphany for me. I have taken fully for granted what it takes in order for me to be healthy, what it takes in order for me to truly begin to live a healthy life. Now I am focused. I am beyond focused on making sure that I'm a healthy person, and I'm going to do whatever it takes in order to be able to make that happen. So I encourage that you do the same. Today's morning message, similar to some other things that I've said earlier this week, but it's really about taking care of yourself. And we're gonna have a fun guest that's gonna be able to assist us in doing that and fitting that into our busy schedule, right? I'm looking at, okay, all right, she's gonna be able to do that. And I'm gonna have her come out and we're gonna explain different ways that you can really create balance, even in your busy day. So no more excuses, no more excuses. This Is It TV is providing you with this useful information. So hang tight, we have a guest that's coming up very, very shortly. This Is It TV, coming to you live every single morning from the Idea Performing Arts Center here at the BB&T Pavilion on the Camden Waterfront. We will be right back with more This Is It TV, just a little Scream Your Dream message. See you soon. Hello everyone, it's Cheldin Barlatt Rumer from This Is It TV, IG Creative. Well, this is it. It's time for you to scream your dream. Through my agency, IG Creative, I've spent close to 2 decades working with small business owners and entrepreneurs, helping them find their marketing voice. Now, through our Scream Your Dream program, we can help you. Our Scream Your Dream program comes in an array of different packages. Whether you're looking for a one-on-one experience, whether you work better within groups, or independently online, we have something for you. We've created this program specifically for small business owners, entrepreneurs, and independent sales professionals. We want to help you find your marketing voice. For more information on Scream Your Dream, log on to screamyourdream.com. We're here to help. Hello everyone, welcome back to This Is It TV with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer. I am super excited about our guest because it's a need. It is a need in my life. I met you in New York, right? Beautiful girl. Yeah, I mean, isn't she gorgeous?
I mean, it's been a while, too.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
And I want you to share with everyone what exactly you do, because people don't even know that this thing exists, right?
Yeah, I mean, every time I talk to people, it's more of like a mental health thing, right, or finding kind of like a mental balance. Yeah. But really, I want to take the attention to more of the physical health and wellness at work, like in your office place. Whether your office place is a tiny corner in your apartment or in a huge building in New York City.
So the uniqueness really, I mean, there's a lot of uniqueness as it relates to what it is that you're doing, but it's in the office. So you go to them.
Sitting down, in your little chair. You don't even, for the first 3 months, you don't even stand up in my workouts. So everything is completely seated. Completely seated.
So no excuses.
Yeah.
I work too much. I don't have time. You bring it to them.
Yep. Under 10 minutes, and it's not even me coming there. You just click on your computer, and I show up.
So this is a whole digital program. Mm-hmm. And how long have you been doing this? the variations of, right?
Exactly. So it's been about 3 years now that I've tailored it down to what it is.
What it is.
Yeah.
Now, how did you decide that this was important to you? Like, where did this come from?
Well, for me personally, I've always had back issues, knee issues. I grew up on stage, so I have my dad's anatomy coloring books because otherwise I'd be scribbling all over his books.
For sure.
And he was in school, and he was like, "You can't. That's not okay."
Right.
So since I was a little kid, I was always fascinated by, we only get one of these.
You only get one of these,
you have to take care of it.
Oh
so that's kind of where everything stemmed from. And then I lived in Japan for 3 years. So this is something that the Japanese do every single day. Doesn't matter if you're a garbage man, if you're a little lady walking your dog on the street, if you're in a huge, tall office building in Tokyo. The people in Tokyo, they walk up to the tops of their buildings, or they do it at their desks. The construction workers will line up on the sidewalks.
Really?
Yeah, and just like we have lampposts that are outside, they have the lampposts and then speakers attached to them. So the music plays and the country stops what they're doing, they line up and they do the same choreographed routine daily.
Really?
Yes. Everyone does it and everyone starts their day this way. And I mean, they're the healthiest country in the world. The way that they eat, and now they get this like start of their day. So like we come in and granted, I love my coffee. No. Let's be serious.
I know she's judgment free, but true. I mean, tell me what,
So we come into our office and, we have our coffee, we read our emails, we read the news, we're sitting around and you're focusing like on your computer, reading tiny script. And, this is the way that you're starting your workday like this.
Like this,
yeah. And the people of Japan, the music comes on and they're doing this gorgeous like stretch and opening radio workout is what they call them.
Wow.
And so from seeing that for 3 years and walking my dog in the morning and seeing the construction workers line up and seeing the little old lady walking her dog, like tie her dog to a little lamppost and then line up with them to do the workout, I was like, this has to come to the States.
This has to come to the States.
Yeah.
And the thought of, what kind of resonated with me, the thought of literally starting your day opening up.
Yeah.
Versus, shut down.
And
you know
like
what I
sitting
mean?
at
We're
your
rushing
desk.
constantly. Yeah. We're most likely late, even when we're not. You know what I mean? And we're running to get someplace and running on subways and public transportation and cars and everything else. And then we automatically get hunched again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they take the time, pause, listen, and then open up. How wonderful is that?
Yeah, and they start their day just kind of on a happier, like more upbeat. Granted, they don't have like the 9 to 5 work hours. They have a very different setup. They're working 6-7 days a week. Yeah. But they have they kind of need it in that direction. Yeah. But for them it works in the mornings. And the great thing about me having this, being it online, if you're not a morning person and you don't want to do this and you need that 3 o'clock break, do it at 3 o'clock instead of at 10 a.m. or at 8:30 a.m. So you can choose it to kind of tailor it. And that's one of the things that, through developing this and, over the last 3 years, people have been telling me, like, I don't want this in the morning. I want this at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon so I can push through the last 2 hours of my workday.
I love it. And when you were mentioning 6 to 7 days, does that sound like an entrepreneur, right? 6 to 7 days, if not 7 days, 24 hours a day, looking for that break, looking for that kind of release and not really finding it, just going to bed and doing it all over again. Yeah. And I love the fact that you're accessible online and this is something that they can access whenever they want. Yeah. Again, entrepreneurial minded totally. Yeah. Because you make your own schedule. Mm-hmm. How wonderful is that? Yeah. So are there things that are contoured or better for the morning or the day, or is it just more about the exercise itself?
Yeah, it's just more about taking that break. So it's it's good for your mental break too, but we also do things that are kind of like that rub your belly, pat your head type thing. So it like makes you think in a different direction. So you're kind of focusing and you're like, oh, okay, we're doing a countdown now. I have to focus, or I have to breathe this way while we do this exercise, and then it triggers your belly muscles and in different ways too. So that comes from my Pilates and dance background. So it's kind of exercise.
So the interest in medicine, and then plus the fact that you're an athlete and you were, really being able to move your body and understand the importance of making sure that everything was in tune, right? And understanding how, I'm sure stress plays into it, right? Yeah, the amount of stress that we all carry around. Yeah. Yeah, and just kind of being able to release that.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that I talk about is I call it the Jobu setup.
Okay, yeah.
And Jobu actually is Japanese for strong and solid. So it's
Jobu.
Yeah.
Jobu.
So be Jobu.
Yes, be Jobu.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. You get the strength and solid work day. Like set your foundation, make sure you're going. But from that like Jobu solid, we always talk about like from the core. So we start with the setup from the bottom to the top, and then we finish with the core. So then that way you understand that everything that you're doing throughout the day should come from here. And it really comes from...
I gotta sit up straight. I mean, I should have been more prepared for this one. Sit up straight.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, we can definitely have a conversation too.
We are.
Yeah.
Sheldin, your posture is off.
But that's what it is that it's essentially a posture setup.
Right.
So it's because you're doing this at work, you know, you're in high heel shoes, you're in flats, you're in a suit, you're in a blazer jacket. So all of the workouts can be done in whatever you're wearing. No need to change, no need to stress about it. And that's why each workout picks one body part.
Really?
So like we start this month, or starting the end of this month, we do upper body, and then it switches to lower body, and it goes back and forth, so we rotate. So long enough to get the exercise, but not long enough to get bored. So that's the goal. And then we move on to core, and then we work on balance.
Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. So you're saying not long enough. So how long on average are these workouts?
So nothing is longer than 8 minutes.
What?
You have time for 8 minutes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're doing it during work hours, and you have 8 minutes. You definitely have 8 minutes. All of you are on Facebook for at least 8 minutes during your work day.
That's short. Let's be serious. You fall into that hole, and then it's like, what happened?
Like, oh my gosh, how is that? How have they been? How is my kindergarten best friend? Right, exactly, to figure it out. So everybody has 8 minutes.
Yes.
So the longest is 8 minutes.
Is 8 minutes, yes. And we're talking like 6.5 minutes on average. Yeah.
Oh, so, I mean, again, no excuses.
Right.
None.
There you go. You should have no excuses. That's what where I work out of. But yeah, you can do this, or in a cubicle. Just, give yourself the 6, 7, 8 minutes.
6, 7, 8 minutes to dedicate to yourself. You deserve at least 6, 7, or 8 minutes to take care of yourself, please, people. And I think that it's really interesting. Again, entrepreneurs have a number of different places in which they work. You know, different corners. You know, back of a coffee house, or back of a salon.
Do it in the Starbucks. Why not? Yeah.
Well, then can we do a little?
Sure.
Oh, I love it. Just not something crazy.
No. So the one thing that definitely for your posture, and this is one of the big hurdles that when I see people, I mean, I'm like that. I'm going to be that crazy person that walks through the streets of Manhattan and goes like this, like you're walking wrong, You know, like that.
You're like,
that's
what is
going to be me?
Getting maced,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, I'm going to get like punched in the face, something. Yeah. Or when I see people carrying bags and their bag is like at their knees, and it should
and that's not good.
No, it's so bad for your back. So bad. So at least at your hip
pull
height
it up.
or higher. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you guys getting these tips?
And I don't know. And the funny thing is that I walk the streets of New York and I take pictures of people, and it's all on my Instagram. And you can go and take a look. Like, this is how you fix it. Or I find someone doing something amazingly correct, which is like, we should all be doing that.
Needle in a haystack, right?
And I'm like, I call them my posture heroes, because they really. Things that
I want to be a posture hero.
Yeah,
I do.
Exactly. That's what we all need to work for. Yeah. I mean, things that I kind of take for granted because of my dance and Pilates background and, growing up the way that I did, my interests. But I'm walking around and people don't know. Like, they don't know. And like, do you know where your clavicle is?
No. Right.
Exactly. And so, again, you have one body. You should know everything about it. Like, you should understand how it works so that you can, give it everything that it needs.
And I think what I really love about what it is that you offer is that you deliver that information in a way that is not only receivable, you know what I mean, but in a compact form. So the majority of people, do they want to really study about the clavicle?
Right.
Probably not.
No,
but
no.
through your resources and what you're able to provide, you give them the necessary information so they have a general understanding as to where everything is, and then how it helps them in functioning, which I think is so good. So you better be writing these things down. I didn't know about the bag. I see you ladies. The bags are low. The man bags are low too.
Oh yeah, and they're making them with long straps too. Back of your front all day long, you're killing yourself. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you got to come back and do that. Like the proper way to wear a baby.
Yeah.
You know, if at all.
Well, they have them on the YouTube, and you can watch the videos on like the little 3-minute things, but you'd be surprised at how many people just don't tighten the thing around the waist and wear the baby here. The baby's like down here.
Right. Okay. No, but we need to talk about that because I think that these are things that people don't know.
Right.
And to your point, and we always say this, the majority of people out there don't know what they don't know.
Right.
You know, and until they have the information, their lives could completely change.
Yeah. So I call it functional fitness. So something that makes it like basic ideas.
Yeah.
You know that like the golden rule of protecting your back: bend your knees when you pick something up.
Yeah.
But it's great to bend your knees, but if you're still lifting from your back, you're not protecting your spine. Wow. So the thing is to pull that core in. Pull your core.
About the core.
Yeah, pull it in. Don't interpret it as holding your breath, but think like.
Right. I automatically was like.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what people
breathe.
do.
Sheldin, breathe.
Just keep breathing, but hold that belly in. So also everything comes from the core. So don't breathe like an opera singer.
Right.
You see the opera singer's belly bounce when they're singing. Breathe like you're a dancer. Okay. So everything we do, is you hold into the belly, and then when you breathe, you open the lungs laterally. So you want to think that your ribs that are like this are splaying open this direction. Wow. So you want to breathe into your armpits. So that is like the mental idea on how
you guys breathing into your armpits.
So here, let's do the setup. Okay, this is one of the things in the setup. So then that way you can start your day, the right way.
I'm being spoiled, and I love every minute of it. I love every minute.
Okay, so for the Jobu setup, we start from the bottom. So we're going to put our feet flat on the ground. This is one of the basic fixes that will take care of like the hip issues that you have. Just simple little things, and people. You see people in the office, or when you go to your Starbucks, wherever you are, and they're like,
right,
and just simple things like,
and that's wrong.
Yeah, well, because you're not engaging your your ad and abductors in your legs, so we're not holding everything in. So get your muscles to work for you. Like you have to function that way. So we want to make sure that our heels and our knees are in alignment. So ideally, your knees would be at a 90-degree angle. So if you have one of those chairs that you can adjust within that, or if you don't have a chair, you can just put a little book or two underneath your feet, and you can pull them up so that it takes pressure off of your back too.
I love that.
Yeah, there's little things that you can do to kind of make your office space work for you.
Okay.
All right, so you got the knees at the 90-degree angle. You want to make sure your knees are right in front of your hips, so don't open them up, guys. Hold on to them. Use those adductors. So then we're going to move up to our sits bones. Okay. So the bony part of your bum, that's right underneath there. And what I tell people is you don't want to sit back. You want to sit on top of the bony part of your butt. So you kind of rock back and forth, and you can kind of lift up the butt cheek a little bit, and you can kind of feel where they are.
There. The bones are in there.
They're there. You can find them. So with that, you're sitting on top of the sits bones, and then you actually want to be slightly forward of your center line. So then that way is what we're taking the pressure off of our spine, we're relieving the spinal pressure, and we're pulling it forward.
I have to tell you, it already feels better.
Yeah, it is.
That's wild.
Yes. So the thing that scares me the most about the human body is the shoulders. Yeah. We carry a lot of things on our shoulders. Sure. The issues can happen, like rotator cuff issues, all of those things, and it's not something that's focused on. Walking, we walk all the time, we focus on our legs. Yeah. So with the shoulders, this is a little bit trickier. So when you're sitting up, you're slightly forward of your center line, so we're taking the pressure off of your spine. What you do for your shoulders is you extend your arms outright, you put your thumbs up, and then you rotate the palms up. So the shoulder blades are going to press down away from your ears. Ooh. Yeah, so you're keeping everything down.
My whole crew is actually doing. Is anybody working? Everybody's stretching. All right, good talk.
So as your shoulders are down, you're going to keep your shoulders and just let your arms float back down. So your shoulders are back and away. Yeah, so you're sitting forward, you're pressing your shoulders back and down.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Can I do it again?
And now, so thumbs up, rotate the palms up, and then release the shoulders away from the ears.
That feels so good.
So you don't want to tip backwards, but we just want to rotate the palms up so
It's a lot. We got a lot going on here.
And then the earrings, and you're making it only harder for yourself. Yeah. So we want to keep the neck nice and long with the shoulders down, right? And we just shake your head no and yes and move up and down. And you just want to be careful with the chin. So we want to tuck the chin in, and then people take their tension by tucking their chin in or tucking their chin forward. Yeah. Open and close your mouth. It's kind of a silly thing to do, but that's the top of your head. And every once in a while, check it, because then you're going to get tension into your ears. Really? You can add tension headaches.
So you're telling me an exercise is just opening and closing my mouth?
Yeah, just to release the tension. It's not just to kind of relax yourself back down. You can be that weird person in Starbucks going like that.
Right, be like, this is what she told me to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm being strong.
So now you have from the bottom to the top, everything is kind of organized and pulled in. And then the last thing that you want to do, because we're going to keep the shoulders down and away, you're sitting slightly forward of your center line, just like 10 degrees. So it's not like a total lean, but you're still sitting up. You just want to bring awareness to your core, like what we were talking about. So you just put your hands right onto your belly, right around that belly button. So just below it is what we're going to focus on. So we don't want to interpret this as holding our breath, but instead we want to talk about the erector abdominis, which is the ones that come up, your transverse abdominis, which goes from your hip bone to hip bone. It's kind of like the sheath that goes across your belly. You're going to pull that in, and then that's what you're holding on to. The goal is to hold on to that through the day. And if you're really adventurous, especially the ladies, add the Kegel in there. So you can be working
Get
out
involved,
while,
ladies.
while
for the people.
you're sitting there.
Right, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Take care of the people.
Yeah, so you're holding on to that, and then you breathe. And in Pilates and in dance, we like to breathe in through our nose, and then that's when we open the lungs. So you want to visualize breathing into your armpits. So you're going to breathe in, and then out of the mouth. So we don't want the shoulders to come up and down when you're breathing. You want to think wide open, exhale. And this is great too. So if you feel lightheaded while you're doing it, it's because you don't breathe properly normally. That's what happens.
You pass out in your cubicle.
Yeah.
This is why.
So if you start doing this, there's things that, like breathing, if you start to feel a little bit lightheaded, it's because you need to get more oxygen into your body, into your bloodstream, into your brain to get those things working. And also, you might feel a little bit of stress in your rector spinae, which are the muscles that run up and down your spine, so on either side, but it's because we're taking the tension towards the core and you're engaging it a little bit forward and you're pressing those shoulder blades down, so there are muscles that are being used that when you're sitting like this aren't being used. So why do you have them if you're not going to protect your spine, the actual bones? So
and that's why they're there.
Yeah, and that's what the muscles are for, because your bones they're not made to support you. The muscles are the ones that are supposed to support you. So let's use them.
Yes, let's use them.
Engage.
And so that, in its simplest form, I mean, I'm saying there's no excuse.
Yeah.
You can sit, you can go through this, you can actually feel it, and I'm telling you, and you know me, I talk a lot, but it's all the truth. And you can actually feel it, and you can feel it just sitting here properly.
Yeah.
The difference that it makes.
Yeah, and just simple things too, like if your your ad and abductors are starting to get sore because it's something that you're not used to doing, like you can cross one leg behind the other and shift, but just don't do the lean back slouch thing. And that's what's awful. Like put the computer on the desk if you're going to work on it. Sit upright. You may feel a little bit sore because it's not something that you're used to doing, but you're actually engaging the muscles that should be working. And it's one of those things, just like when you're working out, you feel sore, and as you progress, you feel less sore and you become stronger. It's the same thing. So that's what we're working on. Get the setup going, which you can watch on my website. It's a free video. It's 3 minutes long. You can learn a little bit more about me and how I got to where I'm going. Yeah.
Now I'm going to get strong, and I suggest you do the same. If people want to follow, fan, and like everything that you have going on, where do they find you?
We are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yay.
Jobufit, Jobufit.
I'm excited. You're coming back to see me, right?
Of course.
You have to, because now I'm stuck like this, and I have to be able to figure out how to get. No, but it's amazing. And again, we're talking about no excuses. We only get one. So 8 minutes at your desk, at your corner, in the back of your cafe, you can be able to do this. This is so helpful. And pull up that strap.
What I tell everyone, because we are creating a generation of humpbacks.
Are we?
Yeah.
Literally.
Actual, people that sit around on their cell phones and they're like this.
Right.
And this is which is their posture.
And you can see, my whole crew is sitting up straight.
I know. I tell people, I know. I come in and I talk to people about this, and then they're all like, "Oh my god!
Oh my god! What?
I don't want her to touch me."
Yeah. She's judging me.
Yeah.
My slouch. Meanwhile, I'm a different person. They had to adjust the cameras because I'm sitting differently now.
Yeah, and you're taller and you're present.
Yeah.
It's being
that motivates me. Yeah. I have to be present.
So, do you remember what whether it was in high school for your prom, whether you went to a formal wedding this summer, whatever it is, when you put on that dress and you're like, I am here.
Yes.
That's the kind of feeling that you deserve every day. You should have.
I love her. I love her. But that's the truth.
Exactly. That's really, you should start your day, everyone deserves to be where they are. Whether you're sitting in the Starbucks, whether you're the stay-at-home mom that's taking care of the 2 or 3 kids, however many kids you have.
Right.
That thing. Or you're sitting in your cubicle and you're,
present.
Be present. So really open up that chest. So you want that proud chest so that you're present there. Yeah. But you want to be careful that your sternum is the bone that runs right down in front here. So the hard part, your chest plate, you don't want to tip that up.
Oh.
So that's going too far.
Okay.
Because then that's taking the pressure back to your spine. So you want to drop that back down. And when you're breathing, there's a muscle that's called the diaphragm under your lungs.
Yeah.
So when we breathe in through our nose and we open up the lungs, when we exhale out, you can actually feel the lungs collapse by pushing the air out with that diaphragm. So it's an active breath. So if you're starting to feel tired, do 3 or 4 of those breaths. Really draw attention to it. So breathing is one of those things we don't have to think about, just like walking or heart beating. That's a muscle, but we don't think about those things.
Right.
So if you're feeling tired, take the breath. Inhale in through the nose, open up the lungs laterally, splail them open, exhale and force the air out of your mouth with the diaphragm. So we really breathe all the way back out again. So, and then going back to that chest, one of the things that I hate seeing is this.
Yes.
Right? And we're getting all this pain down, like literally pain in our neck, down our spine. So the best thing to do to fix that, if you're standing on the subway, if you're sitting in a car, like wherever you're doing, I mean, granted, don't text in the car, please don't do that.
Seriously.
Yeah. I like to do is wrap one arm around your belly, whichever hand that you don't normally use, and then we're going to take the phone hand, you put it onto that arm, and that's in front of your face. And then we're sitting upright. And you still have that proud chest, and you're sitting upright. And then you can
show
read,
me, gentlemen.
You can read
proud
from
chest. Why are you on your phones? How are we doing?
Exactly. And then the other thing too is that if you're in a taxi cab, you know, on the subway, and maybe not on the subway, you don't want to do this. So like you're sitting upright, and if you're not using your phone, like the 1% of people on the subways these days, because we're hunching over, acknowledge that there's a seat back. And that even in a
it's not just for show.
Exactly. And that there's a headrest.
Right.
One of those things that when I'm driving the car, I'm like, oh, look, there's a headrest. Oh,
right, because I'm always like not at all.
Because we're so used to being like this that our bodies are doing this. And instead, just acknowledge that there's a seat, acknowledge that there's a headrest, and you're looking forward. You're being present. You're being where you are.
Use the chair. Yeah. Use the seat. That's why it's there.
But it has to come. So use the seat, but it has to come from your body.
It has to come from your body.
Because that's the one thing. Everything now is like ergonomics, you know, for the office, and it's great. I hate the word ergonomics. I'm starting to absolutely hate it. I was telling my intern, the wonderful girl who handles all of my social media, I hate this word. I'm going to start doing posts on this word because everyone's coming out with the standing, sitting desk, the chairs that will help your back. Yeah, and it's great if it's supporting your back, but if you're not functioning from your body,
nothing can replace your body, and you participate in.
Yeah, sit on a wooden stool and sit upright, and as long as you're engaging your core, it's great. Granted, you don't want to be sitting for 8-9 hours a day. That's bad for your body too. But so is standing, so is sitting improperly in an ergonomic chair. So you really have to take into account, like, give yourself little breaks, but work from your body.
This has been so fun. Isn't this fun? Aren't you guys full of knowledge? I love this. I feel so full of knowledge. You will come back and visit us.
Oh, for sure.
We will share all of her information on This Is It TV and all of our social media platforms, so be sure to follow, fan, and like everything that she has going on. We will be right back with a little bit more of This Is It TV. Oh, this is so fun. And it's the little things that you
Hello everyone, it's Cheldin Barlatt Rumer from This Is It TV, IG Creative. Well, this is it. It's time for you to scream your dream. Through my agency, IG Creative, I've spent close to 2 decades working with small business owners and entrepreneurs, helping them find their marketing voice. Now, through our Scream Your Dream program, we can help you. Our Scream Your Dream program comes in an array of different packages. Whether you're looking for a one-on-one experience, whether you work better within groups, or independently online, we have something for you. We've created this program specifically for small business owners, entrepreneurs, and independent sales professionals. We want to help you find your marketing voice. For more information on Scream Your Dream, log on to screamyourdream.com. We're here to help.
Hello, everyone. I'm focusing on my core, and I'm sitting sort of straight. How am I doing? Am I doing okay? I'm trying. How fun was that? This is what This Is It TV is all about. It's about providing you with clear information, about connecting you with entrepreneurs that are doing very unique on yourself so you can help other people. Your day is busy. I know that. You have limited time. I know that. No one, or maybe there are people that are a little busier than me, but I am amongst one of the busiest people that I know. I am up at literally 4 o'clock in the morning at the gym now by 5 a.m., working all throughout the day. And then I have a husband and a daughter and friends and family and obligations and happy hour. I mean, I do. That I have to attend. And all of these things that I need to get involved in and do. And the list goes on and on and on. But with all of that, I need to be healthy. I need to take care of myself. I need to make sure that I am putting forth the best effort and giving my body what it deserves. I need to be present, which I love, and I will live that. I will live that because it is truly, truly important. Even in the Starbucks, be present. Even in the Starbucks, you deserve to be there. It is a gift every single day. So please live that way, sit that way, walk that way. We will be back tomorrow with more This Is It TV with Cheldin Barlatt Rumer. We are here every morning at 9 a.m. giving you a live daily dose of lifestyle news, celebrating the entrepreneurial spirit. We broadcast live from the Idea Performing Arts Center here at the BB&T Pavilion on the Camden Waterfront. For more information on This Is It TV, make sure to log on to thisisItTV.com and follow, fan, and like us at This Is It TV. You can do the same for me at Cheldin Barlatt. Until tomorrow, have a wonderful day from all of us here at This Is It TV. Bye-bye.